questions. You did something that was relatively unique and powerful. It didn't quite pan out, but as African American men, I'm curious about that. You created one of the first Black characters for DC. It didn't get published, but what was there a thought? Was it an accident? Was it, was there a thought behind that at all, or did it just, was it just organic?
Are you asking, was a thought that I was creating a Black character?
Correct. But in those days, DC, there were no minorities necessarily. And so it's an interesting choice to make as a creator. And I guess I'm wondering, was it just, was it a purposeful thing, or was it just,
No, it was very purposeful. When you go to school and you're a kid, you generally go to the high school that's in your area, which means the other kids are kids from your area.
Correct.
Which means whatever the makeup of your block, your street, whatever it is probably the people that you know.
Correct.
I didn't go to a high school like that. I didn't know anyone. I went to the High School of Art and Design because I was intending to be an artist, and that unlike unlike high schools that take kids from the local area, Art and Design took kids from every one of the New York City boroughs. So you were no longer, nobody in your class would you know. You wouldn't know anyone who was in your class because somebody maybe from Queens, somebody from Brooklyn, and because it's people from all the different parts of New York, there were plenty of Black artists. It was for art there. So the classes were very much different ethnic groups, different, lots of men and women and all sorts of people that you just would not necessarily see in a class. If I lived in Flushing, New York. If I went to a school in Flushing, it would only be the people who were around me, which were probably white, middle class type people. In
Sure.
Art and Design, it was everybody. And once you get used to all these people that you would normally never meet because you didn't live in the same area, there's no question as to why do a Black character. The question is, why aren't you doing a Black character?
Wow.
They fill up half my classroom.
Wow.
Half the kids are Black, or Asian or whatever else it was. So
Sure.
it was very much a thought on my part to just make it look like my class. Because I was in a cartooning class, so we had all these cartoonists. My teacher was a black cartoonist who drew Captain Marvel back in the 1940s.
Wow.
It was really a question of why not? I mean, why hasn't there been, as opposed to anything else?
Look, the dynamic duo!